Oh, easy there, boy. Yeah. Hey, how you doing? I'm just helping Lefty get ready for his date here. Yeah, he's pretty excited, boy. Yeah. He's taking her to the 29 Palms restaurant. Yeah, it's a pretty exclusive place. Says he likes the little crystal finger bowls there, you know? Ah, yeah, he's going all out for this. Okay, Left, hold on just a second, and I'll get you all... Hey, yeah, that's good. Yeah, looking terrific. Let me just, clean up here. Eh, sure. How about a little Knuckleman cologne? Ah, yeah, it's gonna make you feel great, boy. Sure. Ah, sure. Hey, smells terrific. Hey. Wow, you almost ready? Sure, we got plenty of time. Nah, don't worry about it. Yeah, sure. What do you mean? I got your tie right here. Take it easy, boy. Hey. He gets so excited, you know? I mean, he hasn't been out for a long time. Yeah, let's see. Hey. Ah, there you go, boy. Looking sharp. Hey, you know... Whoa, there she is. Come on, let's not keep her waiting. Just a second, here we come. Well... Aren't you going to introduce me? Ah, Yvonne. Well, yeah, it's very nice to meet you. Hey. Well, thank you very much. Hey, listen, don't let me hold you two up, all right? Sure. I know you want to go out and have a good time. Okay. Well, okay, take it easy. Whoa! Hey, wait, Left, hold it, boy. Hey, he wants me to go every place with him, man. They make a cute couple, don't they? Must be nice to be young. Heck, I remember them days. But anyway, let's get back to the movie, okay? Okay.
But how else can we explain these terrible deaths? One else last night, 5 others before him. That's 6 within as many weeks, Inspector. Our friends, neighbors that we've known for years, drained of their life's blood, found dead in bed, lifeless skeletons of skin and bone. Vampires are at large, I tell you, vampires.
Malignant demons who issue forth from their graves in the dead of night to attack their victims and drink the blood from their veins.
Gotten him of Red Schneider, don't jest.
Ah, That blood-sucking legend belongs in the same category with werewolves and all other peasant superstitions.
But the bats, man. The bats. God, yes. Big ones, so.
Oh, now we're switching to bats again.
There was an epidemic of giant bats in Klein Schloss in 1643. And at the same time, there was an outbreak of vampirism.
Rot.
Why, this record from the town archives proves it.
Says it, not proves it.
Well, I'll show you. I'll show you. Now, here it is. And on this day was von Hausmann hanged from a gibbet in the public square after being convicted on a proven charge of vampirism. And on this same day, there did occur the departure of the bats. Thousands of horrible flying creatures which infested the town for weeks. And on the night of this same day, February 13, in the year of our Lord, 1643, was there a stake driven through von Hausmann's heart and his head cut off with a grave digger's shovel. There.
Well, all the records in the world can't make me believe in vampires. There are blood-sucking bats, yes. In South America, thousands of miles from here, but not in Kleinschloss.
But bats fly. They could fly here. You saw the bodies. All of them. 2 wounds on the neck, right at the jugular vein. 2 wounds on the neck, pierced and spread apart just as if 2 fang-like teeth had bitten through the flesh and right into the veins. And in every case, a blood clot, 8 inches from the victim's neck, the mark of the feast, the devil's signature.
Does that appear the mark of a human being or a demon's?
God save us, the devil's.
You ought to make a pretty fair meal for a vampire. But let's be consistent. Are these human vampires or bats?
Vampires can take the shape of a human or a bat, just as they choose.
Oh, they're magicians. Well, it doesn't make sense to me.
The whole village is in terror. We live in closed houses, behind locked doors and bolted shutters, not daring to close our eyes, fearful lest this unseen, silent death may find us in our sleep, for it is then that it strikes. Swiftly, silently, ghastly. My room is tightly closed. The windows are barred, nailed down. Nothing can get in. Nothing.
But they tell me vampires can go through stone walls like that.
God save me. So they can. We've got to do something, I tell you. Klein Schloss will become a deserted village.
Well, you might capture all the bats and drown them in the river.
Carl.
While you're hunting for vampires and chasing bats, I'm looking for a human being. A murderer, a fiend.
Well, then don't jest about it. Do something.
I'm trying to. Every hour, every day, every night since this thing started.
Do you hear it? Hear it? Yes. Night after night. Lying awake until dawn. Waiting.
For what?
I don't know.
That's what I thought. Good night, gentlemen. Don't let the vampires get you.
Oh, yeah, no, this'll be... Hey, there you are. Yeah, you heard about falconry? Well, I've gotten into battery. Oh, yeah, there's a whole lot of fun, boy. Heck, you could try it, too. All you do is take your favorite pet bat and teach him to sit on your arm. Whoa, don't fall over there. Yeah, oh, yeah, it's a lot of fun, too, see? Because then you can get him to go out on a flight. Heck, he can bring you back an apple or an orange, something like that. Oh, yeah, they love that kind of stuff. Whole lot of fun. Yeah, you want to see this? Okay, you ready, pal? Go! Whoa! Holy cow! Hey, that's impressive. Oh, whoa! Hey, look at him flying around. Now, all you got to do to get him back, just stick out your arm and call him. Yo, bat, come on! Holy cats! Wow! Oh, no! Oh, you've changed! Ah!
This USA Network program brought to you by Almost Home Cookies. The cookies that taste so homemade, you can almost taste the recipe.
1/2 cup chocolate chips.
1/2 cup honey.
1/4 cup milk.
1/2 cup peanut butter chips.
Introducing the all-new cookies from Almost Home, like peanut butter chocolate chip. They taste so homemade you can almost taste the recipe.
2 eggs lightly folded.
2 eggs whipped.
Lightly folded.
Whipped?
Lightly folded.
Whipped.
Folded.
Better look out, Mama. Look out, Dad. It's the ugliest goodie I ever had. Fruit bars, so good and ugly. Fruit bars, so good and ugly. Made with real fruit, so your taste buds shout. Hey! Look so ugly, gonna knock you out.
They did that to fruit? What a pity.
Fruit corners, fruit bars, we think they're rather pretty. Fruit corners, fruit bars, so good.
Who says they're ugly?
These are the amazing Lee press-on nails. They press on in seconds. No glue, no mess. Simply press on Lee Super Stick tabs. Then press on Lee press-on nails. That's all. Easy on, easy off. Use them again and again. They just won't break or split. Polish, and they're nearly impossible to chip. So press on Lee press-on nails. In natural and glamour lengths and a variety of sizes for a quick, easy fit. Press on.
Are your kisses dynamite?
Don't you like my kisses? Well, how's my mastermind this evening?
Well, if you want the truth, not so good.
The Burgermeister and his Grand Council still stick to the vampire theory.
Stick to it. They're quoting history to prove it. I think you and Dr. von Niemann are the only sane people left in the village.
And you? What about you?
Me? Well, I'm beginning to think I'm 7 different kinds of a fool. Murders are being done under my very nose. I must be as blind as the bats themselves. I can't find a single clue.
Oh, but you will, Carl. You will.
Well, I haven't.
Oh, Ruth!
And here comes dear Aunt Gussie to spread good cheer and hope.
Just what I thought. Slaving your life away in this awful place. It hasn't got that nice, clean, wholesome smell of a hospital. How are you, Carl?
Oh, quite well, thank you.
Well, I'm not. This clammy old place is bound to give me pericarditis, enterocolitis, neuritis, well, anyway, rheumatism. You have some coffee?
No, thank you, Frau Stammmann.
No, just as well. There's only 2 cups. Yeah. That'll take the chill out of your bones.
Thank you.
Speaking of chills, Frau Stammmann, did you know the village is supposed to be infested with ghouls and vampires?
Oh, Carl.
Vampires. Pariahs among fiends. Demoniacal creatures with huge canine teeth who bite deeply into the necks of their victims to quaff and gorge on blood. Warm human blood.
There's no such thing as a vampire, Carl Brett Snyder. I don't believe in it. You're just saying that to frighten me. And I just won't be frightened. I'm entirely too sensible to believe in such rubbish.
I beg pardon.
Oh, so it's you.
I'm sorry if I frightened you.
Who said you frightened me? I'm not afraid of anything.
Could you tell me where Dr. von Niemann is?
Well, he drove to the village to see Martha, the old apple woman.
Thank you.
Is this what Dr. Haupt prescribed?
Yes, sir. She takes it in water.
Well, continue getting your job.
Yes, sir.
It's stifling in here. Open these windows.
Herman open windows. Me do.
Well, she'll sleep well now, poor soul. It won't be necessary for you to stay here. A good night's sleep will work wonders for her.
It was kind of you to come, Doctor.
Oh. Martha has sold me apples for many years. Always a good, ripe, juicy one.
Martha, give me apples. I like.
Oh, Sophie. Oh, good.
She wants her cross.
Herman, get. Here, now. There. For Martha. Oh.
She won't let it out of her sight.
A terrible experience. To be attacked by a giant bat is enough to shatter anyone's nerves.
She talks about it all the time. How it flew in her face and tried to sink its teeth in her throat.
No. Bats no do. They soft. Like cat. They not bite Herman.
Quiet, Herman. See what you've done.
There, Martha, there. She'll be all right. If she isn't, let me know.
Thank you for coming, Doctor.
That's all right. Good night.
Good night. Run along, Herman. You can see Martha tomorrow.
Oh.
Dr. Von Niemann.
Ah, Kringen, how are you?
Much better, thank you kindly, sir, since you prescribed for me.
That's right.
Go to bed, Herman. Go to bed. You shouldn't be prowling around the streets. It's dangerous. Oh. I'm afraid.
Afraid? Afraid of what, Kringen?
The bats, sir. Big giant bats with wings like an eagle's.
You saw this bat, you say?
I saw it swooping down the street. It came directly for my throat, sir.
When was this, Kringen?
Last night when they came to take Von Eltz. It was a big monstrous thing. I saw it leap across the alley and into a window. I ran just as fast as my legs could carry me.
You said nothing about this?
There's enough fear in the village already. Maybe I should. I will. I'll tell the Burgermeister.
Yes, Kringen. That's the thing to do.
No. Bats good. They not hurt Herman. He plays with them. You no tell. No. Go to bed, Herman. Go on, go to bed.
You say he plays with bats?
His garret is filled with them. He makes pets of them.
That's odd. Very odd.
Maybe he's it. Herman prowls around the streets all hours of the night, just like an animal. Maybe he's the vampire.
Now, don't start any gossip about that, Kringen. Heaven only knows where it might end. Good night.
Good night, sir.
Yeah, you gotta hear this. Nah, just going over some mail here. Now, listen to this from Jennifer Goddard, Mount Holly, North Carolina. Dear Commander, you are my hero, and so is Lefty. Hey, I'll tell him you said so, Jennifer. I wish you were on every day. Please do more Groovie Man dinners. I sure wish they were on the market. Holy, you know, I wish they were on the market, too. I almost got them into the stock market, you know, but the cows wouldn't touch it. But anyway, heck, I came up with a new product, you know. It's called Groovie Man Ice Cream in a Can. Oh, this stuff is great, boy. Yeah, because it's freeze-dried. So anytime you want an ice cream, heck, you just take out your Groovie Man Ice Cream in a can, take out a comb, and start to go to town, boy. Oh, this stuff is great. And you can make it as high and as fancy as you want, huh? Yeah, now Now, doesn't that look good? Oh, man, just a thing for a summer afternoon, you know what I mean? Okay, we'll get back to the movie right after this, okay? Okay. Whoa.
Cola, cola, we need more. We're not happy unless we're bored.
Somebody's got to change things around here.
Well, give me your bottleneck. Maybe you should try something different.
There was something different long ago, but where it went, nobody knows. This Dr. Pepper is extraordinary, exquisitary, tastes good.
Feeling like cinnamon toast. Feeling like cinnamon toast crunch. Feeling like cinnamon and sugar. Feeling like homemade taste. Feeling like cinnamon toast crunch. It's a toasty good part of this nutritious breakfast.
And now, on specially marked boxes of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, there's a coupon good for a free, crispy, crunchy, peanut buttery Butterfinger candy bar.
Feeling like cinnamon toast crunch.
If high prices keep you from owning the stereo system you want, if you're not sure what components should really cost, and if you're further confused by those high-pressure salesmen, then this is the system for you. This entire stereo rack system is now priced for less than you would expect to pay for a single component. The complete system includes AM/FM stereo, dual cassette, master control panel, semi-automatic turntable, and high-performance tower speakers. Other systems may sell for $300, $400, or $500. But this complete system, just $199.96. And if you order by credit card, you can choose 4 easy payments of only $49.99 per month. And we pay the interest. AM/FM stereo, dual cassette, semi-automatic turntable, high-performance speakers, and convenient album storage center, all just $49.99 per month. Order yours now.
Use your credit card to take advantage of our 4-payment plan by calling 1-800-253-4000. That's 1-800-253-4000. Call now.
There. Now. So. Nice. There.
See? What did I tell you? Perhaps there's something in what Kringan says.
Seems strange that a human being should want to play with bats.
He isn't human, I tell you. He's in league with the devil.
Put it on. Put it on.
There.
Thanks.
Now go to sleep. You'll be all right in a few days. The doctor says so.
Close the window. Close the window. I'm afraid. The vampire.
He said leave them open, but I'd have them closed. You want the light?
Leave the light. I'm afraid.
Well, I can't blame you for that either. I'll turn it down a little. Good night. If you want me, just pound on the floor. I'll hear you.
All right. Good night.
Good night, Martha.
Oh.
Herr Brett Schneider is here to see you, sir. He's in the laboratory with Miss Berson.
Oh, thank you. Ah, here you are.
Good evening, Doctor.
Good evening, Ruth. How are you, Carl?
Well, I'd feel a lot better if I could find a solution to these murders.
You don't believe in his vampire theory, then?
Of course not. Do you?
There are many strange happenings, my boy. Many mysteries beyond the power of the human mind to comprehend.
Have you a theory which might explain these deaths?
Well, I'll be pleased to discuss it with you, but not now, not now. I have some very important work to do.
Well, tomorrow, then.
Tomorrow? Yes, perhaps. We'll see. Oh, this isn't so important, Miss Betty, that you can't let it go till tomorrow?
All right, thank you, Doctor. How about Martha?
Huh? Oh, nothing serious. Just a case of nerves, that's all. Good night.
Good night, Doctor.
Good night, Carl.
Name.
Martha Muller.
Age.
I don't know.
Cause of death.
Like all the rest.
The vampire.
Yes, that's so. When I said I was going to tell you, his eyes glowed up like coals of fire. His hand reached out towards me, as if he were going to sink it into my throat.
And weigh this well. He never works and never begs, and yet he appears well-fed always. That's so, he does. But what does he live on, then? I'll wager it's as Kringen says.
And my wound was in Martha's room tonight when Herman put a flower in your hand.
Strange business, if you ask me. Mighty strange.
I hate to be in your shoes, Kringen.
Yes, after what happened tonight, I'd locked myself in my room and prayed God to protect me from the devil.
Good evening, Doctor. Good evening.
Dr. Von Niemann. Doctor.
Well, what do you make of it, Doctor?
Are these two wounds similar to those found in the other bodies?
Dr. Haupt can answer that for you, sir.
Yes, they were the same in every case.
This is a strange condition, Carl. So strange that I doubt the evidence of my eyes. What was your conclusion, Haupt?
I diagnosed the wounds as having been made by needle-sharp teeth. Punctures are clean cut, penetrating into, but not beyond, the jugular vein.
Do you mean to say that you also believe they could have been made by teeth?
Frankly, I do.
Ah, you see, Brett Schneider?
What kind of teeth, Doctor?
An animal of some sort. It's hard to say. The fangs of a wolf, perhaps.
A werewolf.
Could they have been made by, well, a bat, for instance?
In certain species, yes. There are vampire bats. Dr. William Jamison, who explored many of the tributaries of the upper Amazon, states that blood-sucking bats do exist. He further asserts that the victims often become blood drinkers themselves. Citing a case in which he saw a native tortured to death in an anthill by his tribe brothers. They swore he had become a human bat. And, states Jamison, he confessed it.
Do you mean to say that such a thing as a human vampire is possible?
Who can say? Historic records would have us believe that an evil soul, assuming there is such, can take any shape it pleases.
So why not think to that of a human being? Eh, Carl? Why not?
Have you any literature on the subject, Doctor?
Yes, I have many interesting volumes on my shelves that might prove very enlightening. I'll be glad to show them to you.
I don't mind admitting that I'm up a tree. Stumped.
Well, we'll see what can be done, my boy.
No, Herman. This is no place for you. Go away, my boy. Go away.
Good night, John. Good night, Doctor. Good night, Hop.
Good night, Doctor.
In the morning, Carl.
Thank you, Doctor. I'm sorry to have dragged you out at such an ungodly hour.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right.
Ah!
A child fleeing in horror from the sight of death.
There goes the vampire. Arrest him. Lock him up. Kill him.
Has the entire village gone mad? Herman wouldn't harm a baby, and you know it.
I've walked the streets of this village for over 40 years. But tonight's the end. He knows that I've totally played with fat. He knows that I saw him sneak into Martha's house just before midnight.
Perhaps he was taking her another flower, Kringle. The boy brought her one this evening while I was there.
He killed her just like he did all the rest. And now he's going to kill me. Unless he's killed an estate given to his heart, I'm a doomed man. He'll kill me. He'll kill me. I'm doomed. He'll kill me. He'll kill me. I'm a doomed man. He'll kill me.
This is the commander. This is the commander's official fan club membership card. Yeah! Oh, yeah, the printer got them in. Hey, look how groovy they look. Hey, this is terrific, boy. Hey, and this isn't any just sleazy kind of picture, you know what I mean? Heck, this is a real fan club membership card. Hey, how would you like to get one? Well, sure you can. Oh, yeah, you can get the official thing. All you gotta do, see, is send a self-addressed, stamped envelope to Commander USA Fan Club, Post Office Box 3966, New York, 10185. Okay? Hey, it's great, and as soon as you get it, you'll want to sign the back, okay? You don't want somebody else getting your privileges, do you? Heck no. Let me see here. There we go. Official. All right? Yeah, sure. Look at the back of this thing here now. Yeah, nah, this is no cheap piece of work here. This card says that you are certifiable. Yep, certifiable as a member of the Commander USA Fan Club. Okay? So just send your request in as soon as you can. Hey, if you already sent in a request, don't worry. I'm working as fast as I can to get them out to you, okay? Okay.
Just one beat of your heart.
Legend, the new film from the director of Alien. Legend, the eternal struggle. A world without end, full of magic, wonder, and desire. Legend, starring Tom Cruise and Tim Curry. Legend, rated PG.
Now at select theaters. Check newspapers.
Today, you gotta be better than ever before.
Soft and Dry announces the best spray protection you can buy.
You're nervous and tense, you need that score. But all they see is your skill and your pride. Soft and Dry will help hide when you're nervous inside.
A major breakthrough gives Soft and Dry a higher level of protection than any leading spray.
Soft and Dry will help hide when you're nervous inside. Better look out, mama, look out, dad. It's the ugliest goodie I ever had. Fruit bars, so good and ugly. Fruit bars, so good and ugly. Made with real fruit, so your taste buds shout. Look so ugly, gonna knock you out.
They did that to fruit? What a pity.
Fruit corners, fruit bars, we think they're rather pretty. Fruit corners, fruit bars, so good.
Who says they're ugly?
Thank you. Another one. You know, I wondered why I was seeing so many Visa cards from Manufacturers Hanover. Then I found out they've got lower interest rates than most major banks and a bigger credit line. Look at this. Manufacturers Hanover again. Their premier Visa card. An even bigger credit line and more benefits. Call them at 1-800-251-6800 to apply. And don't say you never got a tip from a waiter.
Good morning, Mr. Brett Schneider. What brings you to Klein Schloss so early?
You.
Sybil, I heard the doctor tell Georgiana he expected you.
I knew there was something else.
You're a delightful prevaricator, Carl, but not a very convincing one. You don't mind me using your stethoscope, do you, Doctor?
Not at all, Frau Schnappen. But what seems to be the ailment this morning?
What's that? Oh.
What seems to be the ailment this morning?
Well, Doctor, I am positive that I have valvular leakage of the aorta. Or maybe it's the right ventricle. There is something wrong with my heart. I can hear it beat, thump, 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 just like the book says.
Well, if you didn't hear it beating thump, 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 just as the book says, I would say there is something wrong.
What? Without a moon?
You have a heart of stone.
All right, then. Close your eyes. No.
Oh, so, young lady.
It's too early in the morning, Carl. Much too early.
Oh, is it?
Oh, there's Aunt Gussie.
She would show up just at a time like this.
Well, Aunt Gussie, what's the matter now? A palpitation of the auricular, ventricular, and mitral valves. Is the cardiac tendency? You mean your heart's beating? Of course it's beating. Dr. Von Neelen, he tried to assure me, but I know it's serious. I'm liable to go just like that. Did he prescribe for you, dear? Yes, monacid ester, salicylic acid. You mean salicylic acid, don't you? Salicylic, it helped me. My heart is much quieter. Hello, Carl.
Hello.
Oh, Carl, you'll be good to us when I'm gone, won't you?
Yes, of course I will, Frau Schnappmann.
Well, I'm not gone yet. You can't marry her unless I say so. Don't forget that. Oh, my heart. There, Auntie, you'll be all right. Just rest a while. What you need is what? Rest, dear, and quiet. Aunt Gussie has a heart like a steam engine. Come on. Don't you know it's wrong to steal? You cut yourself.
See? Blood.
Stop it.
No hurt me. No hurt.
Oh, you poor thing. Now, you wait right here and I'll run in the house and get something for that finger. A subcutaneous wound like that might easily result in a tetanus infection. Tetanus lockjaw. Now, could you need be afraid? From the way you talk, I think you've got it already. Look, here's a nice juicy apple for you.
Whoa, hey, how you doing? Yeah, just taking a little nature walk, you know what I mean? Well, actually, the plumbing in the mall here is... I kind of went on a blink, you know, so I went out to my private privy on the woods there, boy. Look what I found. Yeah. No, he's not alive at all. Heck, he's kind of stiff, you know? Yeah, he must be petrified. Heck, must come down with some strange malady. Yeah, that stuff quacks me up. Nah, that's just a little duck joke. Sure, boy. Yeah, it's pretty interesting, though. Heck, did a little carbon dating on my way back, and I figured this duck existed sometime between 8 BC and 1967, you know? Yeah, well, look what else I found, too. Yeah, somebody kind of left these lying around. Yeah, they're nature books. Boy, I love this stuff, you know, all those travelogues and things. Look at this one. Yeah, it's called Au Naturel. Hey, that's great, boy. Yeah, let me... Whoa! Holy... Well, maybe I'll save that one for later, you know? Yeah, do a little reading on it. Oh, hey, now, this is a nice one. Take a look at that puppy. Isn't he cute? Oh, yeah, this is beautiful. It's called Animal Digest. Yeah, they always have these kind of cute pictures of little kittens and stuff, you know? That's fun. Animal Digest. Whoa! No, that can't... Oh, yeah, hey, listen. Maybe we can look at those later. Hell, we'll get back to the movie right after this, sure. Hey, Ducky, bottoms up?
This is it. Straight sur les appréciations des esprits et sur les vampires by Augustin Dom Calamé in 1746. Let us suppose that these corpses do not actually stir from their tombs, that only the ghosts or spirits appear to the living. Wherefore do these phantoms present themselves, and what is it that energizes them? Is it actually the soul of the dead man which has not yet departed to its final destination?
Fiddlestick. Now, how could a corpse buried under 4 or 5 feet of bucket get out to do any such foolishness? I don't believe it.
It's a fair question, Doctor. How could it?
Well, according to accepted theory, the vampire dematerializes its body and reintegrates it outside the grave.
It's a good explanation, if you can believe it. And while I'm standing here listening to all this rubbish, there's a poor man in the garden in danger of a tetanus infection. Now, what should I do for him, Doctor? Shall I apply mercurochrome or 2% solution of bichloride?
Well, either will do. Get some gauze and some mercurochrome.
Thank you, Doctor. I'll wait here.
Difficult to believe, isn't it? It's impossible to believe. And yet, it would explain these deaths, wouldn't it?
Ah, Brett Schneider. Pardon our intrusion, Dr. von Niemann. But after what you saw last night, you'll be interested in this as well.
Well, what's happened?
Kringen was found dead an hour ago, with the 2 punctures in his neck and not a drop of blood in his body. And what's more, Herman Gleib has disappeared.
What?
Now you're convinced that we were right and you were wrong?
Thought it'd be proof enough for anybody. Kringen said Herman would get him, and he did.
Well, Brett Schneider?
I appoint you my deputy. Organize a searching party and comb this countryside from one end to the other. Find Herman Gleib and bring him in, but don't harm him. Do you understand?
What good will that do? He is a vampire. There's only one thing for us to do when we find him. Kill him and drive a stake through his
Herman
heart.
Gleib will be tried by a court of law. The charge against him is proven true. The law will decide what to do with him, not you. Now get your men together and do as I tell you.
That's the way to talk.
I'm going into town for a little while, Doctor. Would you care to come along?
Oh, I hardly believe so. The little's begun until they find the boy. If you need me then,
All right, thanks. I'll let you know.
I feel as though I was going to faint. Oh, there, Auntie, there's nothing here to be afraid of. Here comes Amos with your mercurochrome and bandages. Run along now and take care of that patient of yours. Oh, heavens, I forgot all about him. Oh. Oh, my heart. Oh. Poor Auntie. She's had every ailment in the book.
And a lot that aren't, I'm afraid.
Particularly a palpitation of the auriculoventricular tricuspid and mitral valve, Doctor.
Well, I had to tell her something to satisfy her.
Here, you mustn't do that. Now, where's that finger?
You good like Martha. She give me apples. Herman like you.
Are you Herman?
Me, Herman. You give me apple, Herman give you nice, soft back.
Hey, you're looking good. Yeah, I'm just helping Ralph get ready here. Yeah, he's going out tonight, big time. He's gonna go hang out down at the cave. Yeah, oh, this is gonna be fun for you, pal. Oh, you're looking sharp there now. Here, take a look. Yeah, no, let me just get the mirror open here. Whoop. Ah. There, how do you... Holy... Hey, there's no reflection here. Hey, we'll get back to the movie right after this. No, it doesn't have any reflection.
What is it, Georgiana?
I just found this in Emil's room.
Well,
It belonged to my friend, Martha Mueller.
are you certain?
I gave it to her myself. Martha died last night. I find her crucifix in Emil's room. Doesn't that mean Emil is the one Herr Brett Schneider is seeking?
This amazes me, Georgiana. It's impossible.
It rained the night Von Elst died. There was mud on Emil's shoes the next morning.
Have you mentioned this to anyone?
I intend to tell Herr Brett Schneider when he calls again.
Can't believe it. Leave this with me. I want to talk to Emil before you say anything to anyone.
The Burgermeister should know at once.
Yes, all in good time. Emil has been with me too long for us to jump to conclusions. Don't say anything until I tell you. Now send Emil to me.
Very well, Doctor. That's for the neuritis. And the pepsin, that Hassenpfeffer was tougher than shoe leather. And sweet spirit of nitre, that'll help. It won't do any harm. And ginger, that'll warm my stomach. And now, a little pipe out of soda.
You can't get away from here now. Some of you go around that way. Right. And if he tries to get past you, you know what to do. Herman, you're going back to the village with us. Come on. We won't hurt you.
No, won't go. I'm afraid.
Come on. You're going with us, Herman.
No.
You're going with us.
No.
Come on, Herman. Come on, Herman. Get him. Come on, Herman. We won't hurt you. Come on.
No.
Tom, that settles him.
Yes, let's go. We're coming down the road.
You've got to make certain.
I won't go down there.
Nobody asked you to. I'll go myself.
You see him?
He's on a ledge about 50 feet down. I'll get a rope. We've got to make certain, I tell you.
You must be careful, Emil. Very careful.
Bonjour, mesdames and messieurs. Eh? Feel like you're in France? Well, that's pretty close, boy, because you're now at Chez Commander. Yeah, it's my own kind of, well, fast food French restaurant. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm trying to bring it down to basics. Actually, what I'm trying to do now, see, is work the super food groups into my own menu here at Chez Commander. Well, you know the super food group. Sure, you got your red group, your white group, your blue group, your striped group, and your stars group. Oh, sure. What I'm working on today is the complex carbohydrates. Yeah, and I find that a lot of them can be found in the white food group. So what I've done, see, is worked up a special thing right here at Chez Commander. Sure. What you do, you sit down at your table after you give the head waiter a little bit of a tip to get a good one, and you take your order form there, right? And now you're gonna fill that out and hand it to the waitress. And you have your choice of any 19 of the white food groups. Sure, now listen to some of the swell stuff you can get here. First, we got spinach fusilli and clam sauce. We got tortellini and pesto. Got rice potatoes. We got the 7 rice medley. That's converted, wild, fried, saffron, brown, Japanese, and long grain, of course. We got potato ravioli. We got parsley gnocchi. We got knishes. We got matzo balls. We got potato pancakes, home fries, cottage fries, steak fries, french fries, stew string fries, dinner fries, crinkle cut fries. We got hash browns. We got potato skins. We got baked potatoes. Hey, we got boiled potatoes with parsley and butter. We've got sweet potatoes, baked, boiled, or fried. We got yams and candied. They can be prepared with NutraSweet, of course, with 24-hour notice. We got hush puppies. We got scalloped potatoes. We got au gratin potatoes. We got bagels. We got English muffins. We got cornbread. We got raisin bread. We got rye bread, pumpernickel bread, whole wheat bread, tater tots, macaroni salad, croissants, Linzer torts, or heck, rice pudding. Feel hungry? Hey, we'll get back to the movie right after this. Eat hearty.
She's no better than the rest. I've got to go on.
It's you, Doctor. Good evening.
I'm sorry to have to disturb you, Doctor, but we simply couldn't make Georgiana hear the bell.
That's quite all right, my dear. Georgiana's becoming careless. Very careless.
Yes, I've noticed that, too. In my opinion, she has Nagana. That's sleeping sickness. You know the symptoms, Doctor. At first, I thought it was creeping paralysis, so I stuck a pin in her leg to see, and there was a splendid reaction of the reflex motor net.
Why, Auntie,
You're shocked. So is she.
Won't you join me in some coffee?
Yes, thanks, Doctor. We will. There are a few questions I'd like to ask you about.
About blood and murders and vampires, I suppose.
Yes, I'm afraid so.
Well, so am I. Well, good night. If such a thing is possible, I'm going to bed.
Won't you join us too, Frau Schnappen?
Coffee at this hour of the night? No, thank you. I'm going to stick to my monad's best to the salad salad. After, Doctor, after. Good night.
What's the news in the village, Carl? Have they located Herman yet?
No, not a trace of him. I hate to think of that poor misfit being hunted down like a dog. You know, I simply can't bring myself to believe in that vampire theory.
Will you, Paul?
Certainly.
I know, Carl. Our saner, calmer judgment tells us that such things can't be, and yet, here, for instance, in this ponderous tome, are cited 1,001 phobias and complexes that human beings are heir to. Some of them are strange, more untenable even than werewolves and vampires. Could I have some more, please?
You drink entirely too much coffee.
That's my one weakness. And also my excuse for tolerating Georgiana's laxity and other things. She does know how to make good coffee. Thank you. She brings it to me every night, exactly 10 o'clock. And when I've drunk it all, then I know it's time to quit.
Yes, and eat breakfast so you can have more coffee.
No.
Georgiana, you mustn't lie like that. You'll get yourself a try to cool it. No, sit there. Georgiana.
That was Auntie.
The same 2 wounds, Doctor.
My last words to her were angry ones. A petulant reprimand for being late with my coffee.
What time is that?
About 2 or 3 minutes after 10.
She's been dead then about 45 minutes. Bloodless like the rest. It passes all belief. Ruth's aunt saw Herman Gleib in the garden this morning. Could it be that he... You were the first one here. What happened?
I was in my room reading. My door was open. I must have dozed off for a minute or so because I awoke to hear Frau Schnappmann scream.
You say your door was open?
Yes, my room is very poorly ventilated.
And you saw nothing? Heard nothing unusual?
Nothing.
Carl.
What is it?
This crucifix belonged to Martha. See who it is, Emil.
Can you positively identify this as belonging to Martha?
Without a doubt. I saw it in her room the night she died.
How in the world did it get here?
Herman Gleib was in her room. He had that crucifix in his hands. And Herman was here today.
Maybe here now, for all we know.
'77 Sunset Street. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fair?
Stop right there, Commander. You're setting yourself up for a big disappointment.
Whoa! Must be a reflex reaction. And we'll get back to the movie right after this. Whoa.
Who is it? Oh.
How is she?
She's had a real shock this time, but she'll be all right. I'm putting her to bed.
Leave her there. Don't let her out of this room. And don't you leave it either.
Oh, what do you mean?
It looks as if Herman Gleib is the killer after all. It's possible he may be hiding here in the castle.
Well, what makes you think so?
I'll tell you later. Stay in your room and keep your door locked.
Don't worry about that.
I heard every word he said, and I don't think there's any use of them searching for Herman. They should look for a dog, a human-faced dog.
Andy, the doors and windows are all locked. There's nothing to be afraid of now.
Who said I was afraid? I'm not a bit afraid.
No, of course you're not afraid, but you must get some rest.
Rest in this awful place? With dog-faced Hermans and human-faced bats and blood and murders and vampires.
Find anything, Carl?
There's an unbroken cobweb in that window. If Herman did it, he came through the door.
He must have. And yet I don't understand how he could find his way up here without us hearing him. Yet Amy was asleep, and I was in the library. Yes, he could have done it. The facts all point to it. What was it, Emil?
The Burgermeister. He has news for Herr Brettschneider about Herman.
Oh.
Pardon the intrusion, Doctor. Pardon the intrusion. I knew Carl was here, and I thought you wouldn't mind if I ran in to tell him the news.
About Herman?
Yes. He fell into the Devil's Well in the cave.
He's dead?
Dead as a doornail. This ends our troubles, Carl. The vampire's dead. I can feel it in my bones.
Well, your bones may be wrong. What time did this happen?
Quite early, about 9 o'clock. The cave is nearly 2 hours from here. That's why we didn't hear it sooner.
Well, it may interest you to know that there's been another death after your vampire died. Dr. von Niemann's housekeeper. Right here in her own room.
Mother of mercy. What are we going to do?
But a natural death wouldn't kill a vampire, Carl. You know the accepted theory. A stake driven through the heart.
Oh, yes, that's the theory, all right.
But...
But what?
But they did. They drove a stake through his heart.
Good God, are we living in the Middle Ages?
It wasn't through my sanction, Carl. Basawa did it. He told me so himself.
Well, that ends the vampire theory as far as I'm concerned. Herman Gleib died in the accepted fashion for killing a vampire. Oh, no, there's some human agency at work here, Doctor. A madman who kills to satisfy some violent, sadistic urge.
Yes, you're right, Carl. I've been a fool, a superstitious fool.
Did they leave his body in the cave?
Yes. Yes, they did.
Well, in view of what's happened, don't you think you owe him a decent burial?
You're right. In view of what has happened, we do owe him that, Carl. I'll see to it at once, this very instant. And I'll make arrangements for Georgiana's removal to the morgue. Good night, Doctor. Pardon the intrusion.
Good night, Gustav.
Pardon the intrusion.
Well, here I am, just where I started weeks ago. There isn't a single theory that doesn't lead straight into a stone wall. I jested about this vampire business because my better judgment told me it was a lot of nonsense. Then I reached the point where I was willing to accept even that, because it seemed to satisfy the equation. All of it a bit superstitious. I don't know which way to turn, where to look, what to look for. Why should anyone want human blood? Why? Why?
Calm yourself, Carl.
Calm myself. Calm myself. With all these unsolved murders staring me in the face and no solution in sight? How much blood is there in the human body, Doctor?
About 6 liters, approximately.
Can you think of any purpose for which that amount of blood might be used?
No. Not even in transfusion.
That's the point which stops me. There isn't any other use for human blood. Murderers leave clues. And these atrocities are murders, Doctor. Those simple fools in the village can believe what they like, but you and I are sane, thinking people. And you know and I know, Doctor, that these are murders. The last one was done here. In this very house, right under this roof. All right, I'll start here. I'm going over every foot of this place, both inside and out. Nobody, sane or insane, is clever enough to get away with murder without leaving a clue of some sort. And I'm going to find that clue.
Now, come, Carl. You mustn't let your nerves run away with you. Here. These will have to give you a good night's sleep. If there are any clues, they'll be here in the morning when your nerves are calm and your mind is clear. Take my advice and go home and rest.
I imagined 1,000 demons were after me as I came down those stairs.
Well, didn't I tell you to stay in your room?
Yes, but I wanted the doctor to come up and quiet Auntie. You know, it isn't her imagination this time.
Of course, Ruth. I'll come right away. Take my advice, young man. Go home and go to bed.
Good night, Pop.
Good night, Ruth.
Good night, Carl.
Good night, Doctor.
Hey. Whoa. Now that's cute, isn't it? Sure. Hey, there you are. I was just reading a letter here. Fancy envelope and everything. Let's see, from Righty Ann Fingers, Matherville, Illinois. My dearest Hey, my dearest Lefty. As for my old... Oh, you know Lefty, don't you? Sure, let me get him out here. Hey, Left, come here, boy. Yeah, it's my hand puppet. He got a letter here. Let me see if he likes this one. Hey, Lefty boy, when do you see this? You got a letter. Ah, sure. Here, take a look. What? Yeah, I'll read it to you. Take it easy. My dearest Lefty, I find it hard to believe that I am actually writing this letter, because I have never been one who expressed herself well. But I must let you know that I am physically attracted to you. There, I've said it. Hey, from the first moment that I laid eyes on your magnificent form, I knew I must know you better. Know every intimate part of your body and mind. Oh, hey, take it easy there, pal. Just the thought of looking at you brings ripples of excitement running throughout me. Saturday afternoons have become an ecstasy for me. I have found an inner peace by merely viewing your presence. What do you think of that, boy, huh? Oh, now listen to this, what she says here. It would be too much to ask if there was ever a chance of there being an us. So I won't. I shall always, however, remain faithful to my love, faithful throughout eternity. You and I are one. My deepest love, Righty Ann. Oh, what do you think of that, Left? Well, no, I can't say that now. Lefty will write back to you, Ann. Sure.
If his lights are on, you must wait, Emil. Wait until he has gone to bed. Handle him as you did the others, Emil. You are strong. Very strong. I am waiting for you. Waiting for you to bring him to the laboratory.
You're the one. What mad thing are you doing?
Matt, one who has solved the secret of life to be considered mad? Life, created in the laboratory. No mere crystalline growth, but tissue. Living, growing tissue. Life that moves, pulsates, and demands food for its continued growth. Huh. You shudder in horror. So did I the first time. But what are a few lives we weighed in the balance against the achievement of biological science? Think of it. I have lifted the veil. I have created life. Wrested the secret of life from life. Now do you understand? From the lives of those who have gone before, I have created life.
I'll tell Carl.
You may. For tonight, Carl's name will be added to yours. And all of those who miss achievement will be immortalized.
I didn't take your sleeping tablets, Doctor.
Emil brought them here. He's the one who murdered them.
Stay where you are. You'll have a chance to tell everything, Doctor.
I'll take care of Von Niemann. Get her out of here.
You stay here. Von Niemann and Emil.
Doctor! Dr. Von Neumann!
Carl, she mustn't see them.
Where is Dr. Von Neumann? I must see him immediately.
Aunt Gussie, you can't. He can't be disturbed.
Oh, but I must see him. I simply must. Well, that hydrous magnesium sulfate EVB is affecting me most peculiarly. You pardon me?
Hydrous magnesium sulfate. Why, that's Epsom salts.
Oh, hey. There you are. Yeah, you caught me, huh? I was just reading through my Groovie life here. Yeah, it's my autobiography. kind of gets me, you know. I was reading about the time the time I first fell in love. Here, listen to this. I think you'll like it. Guadalajara was still running in my mind. Now, I can't really remember whether it was the city or just a song. It had been a tough night, you know. Yeah, I just subdued a runaway game hen for my neighbor, Jose Canusi. Now, by the dawn's early light, I was on my way home, and I decided to stop at Dunkin' Ronaldo Donuts for a snack. Sure. I just love those little cream-filled jobbies, you know. Yeah, well, I was waiting patiently in line. Finally, it was my turn. I approached the counter, and then it happened. They ran out of cream-filled jobbies. But it was the way she said it. I'm sorry, senor. 86 on the cream jobbies. Oh, she was beautiful. I had to know her name. Then she said, "You want something else?" Oh, I was in love. I said, "What else have you got? It's creamy." She said, "Well, we got cream-filled chocolate. We got cream-filled vanilla. We got cream-filled butterscotch. We got cream-filled strawberry. We got cream-filled plain. We got cream-filled cream. What do you want?" I took a half a dozen of the cream-filled cream. But I didn't get her name until chapter 7.
This is a...
Oh, excuse me. Got a little startled there, yeah? I got kind of caught up in my autobiography here. Sure. Call it my groovy life. Hey, maybe you'd like to hear a little bit of it, eh? This is kind of sad, but heck, it's all drama, isn't it? Sure. Here we go. My Groovy Life by Commander USA. Chapter 7. We meet again. I couldn't get over the beautiful counter girl at Dunkin' Ronaldo Donuts in Guadalajara. Although I got my donuts, I didn't get her name. Now, Guadalajara had always been a lonely kind of town for me. But now that she had come into my life, even for a brief moment, I felt vacant without her. Not bad scribbling, eh? Wait till you catch this onomatopoeia coming up here. My heart beat a quick cadence. Ba-ba-boom, 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 boom, boom. I found myself wandering downtown Guadalajara, bumping into low-slung piñatas, tripping over carelessly placed burros. I was blind with love. I turned a corner, and like magic, I found myself in front of the Dunkin' Ronaldo donut shop again. It had to be fate. Cream-filled jobbies and her. It was probably my low blood sugar problem, but I felt overstimulated, and I went inside. I guess it was off-peak time for donuts because there was no line. I stepped right up to the counter, and there she was. She spoke first. "I saved you half a dozen cream-filled yabbies." Hot eyes. Oh, hot eyes. She called me hot eyes. Holy frijoles, she noticed. Needless to say, I was really rattled. I blurted out, "Cabra caliente," and she slapped my face. Well, that straightened me out pretty quick, boy, and I apologized. Then I asked her name. "Rosalita," she said. Oh, Rosalita. I traced her name in the powdered sugar on the counter. Rosalita, USA. What a beautiful name. Excuse me. I have to be alone for a minute. Or maybe 40 seconds.
Hey, I got a treat coming up for you. Just a second here. Let me get the telesectronic screen heat and radiation shield open. Hey, you ready for some slipping in your vault, huh? Hey, don't go away, because I'll be back in a minute to tell you about next week. Sure. Okay, shut off the record. We reached the end of the groove. Yeah, time to close up the video vault once again, boy. Hey, but I'm not too disappointed, because next Saturday, oh, it's going to be real exciting. Yeah, the first groovy movie we're gonna have is called Satanic. Oh, yeah, it's real spooky, you know, this kind of ugly person gets changed into this, Well, kind of a swan, you know. Well, you'll have to see it to believe it, boy. Plus, the second one, I walked with a zombie. Oh, yeah, she kind of just... Well, actually, she kind of reminds me of my first wife. Hey, but you'll see what I mean next week, okay? Yeah, that's Saturday, boy. Hope you enjoyed your Miami Vice Day here in the video vault, eh? Yeah, let me get my old Don Johnson sunglasses on here. Yeah, feeling good. Okay, see you next week. That's Saturday, 12 noon Eastern and Pacific, 11 o'clock Central, 1 o'clock Mountain Time, okay? Till then, keep your nose in the wind and your tail to yourself.
Jack and Vicky set out to prove that abstinence makes the heart grow fonder on Three's a Crowd today at 7. Then Robert De Niro was caught up in political intrigue and murder in The Swamp on Saturday Nightmares. And don't miss America's hottest new dance show, Dancing USA, tomorrow at 6. Now stay tuned for Sammy Davis Jr. and Anthony Burgess on The Dick Cavett Show next.